Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Oh my God. Today is June the 24th, 2018. Strong hand, deferral of gratification, unconfiscatable, offended by selling. Oh, you better believe I am. This is where the big boys play. All right, people, check out the link section below. Everything I talk about in this video is linked to below. Get your Trezor, Ledger Nano, CryptoHWWallet.com t-shirts. All right, so first tweet of the day, Matt Odell has a very good tweet because for some reason out there in Twitter land and social media, there are all these big mouths that are saying, holding, oh, you holders are silly and foolish. This is what Matt has to say. In every other asset class, a buy and hold long-term investment strategy is encouraged and considered conservative, while Bitcoin critics frame it as reckless and irresponsible. In practice, most people will lose a lot more money if they try to trade Bitcoin short-term. All right, I mean, how many different ways do we have to say it? But these 80%ers are never going to get it. First of all, Matt, you call them critics. That's a really nice word for, that's too nice. They're trolls, okay? They are saying that holding is reckless. I mean, come on. That, oh, you should have sold. You should have sold. You should have paid taxes. I mean, again, they're trolls. They're no coiners. I don't even know, man. Yes, in all reasonable asset classes dominated by non-impulsive, wealthy men, buy and hold is something that is practiced and has rewarded so many not impulsive people, so many 20%ers, and made them rich while all the other people cry, oh, why are they so rich? They're so rich because they weren't impulsive and they were into doing boring things like holding, okay? And it isn't that boring in crypto. I mean, is this boring to you, all the stuff that's going on? Is it boring when all of a sudden you're holding your Bitcoin and they give you something free called Bcash? You get an 18% crypto dividend. Pound that like button. Hey, man, this is a wild, wacky world. Wait around till the 2020 halving. Ask a guy who's been in it since 2013, who's been in, like myself, who's been in supposed bear markets before. If you've got a weak hand, we've seen it all. The people yelling and screaming, either they're trolls or they're newbies. They have not been through a bear market, or they're ignorant, impulsive people. Wait until the year 2020, hold, learn what a halving is. Look what happened in 2016, Bitcoin halving. Pound that like button. Mention MGTOW for $5 in the super chat. He said, I tried it back when Cryptsy was still in business. Lost my butt. I'm not going to say the word he used. But yeah, by the way, thanks for bringing up Cryptsy. How many of the people out there talking a big game about Bitcoin and all the latest altcoins that you really need to diversify in even know what Cryptsy is and know what happened to Cryptsy? Cryptsy was basically Poloniex of the olden days, okay? And it got hacked, or the guy just ran away to China or something like that with everyone's money. That's why you get a Trezor, you control your own private key, you don't store things on exchanges like that. But most of the people screaming about how holding is foolish weren't even around to even dream of holding when Cryptsy even existed. And, well, I've seen it, we've seen it all here, okay, at this channel. You should know what Cryptsy is before you start yelping about how holding is reckless. Ridiculous. All right. Well, thank you for that reminder, Benjamin MGTOW. And thank you for all the support, Benjamin MGTOW. Long live the MGTOW philosophy. All right. Where else do we have here? Holders. Okay. So here's a little scenario for holding. So because a lot of you are just stuck in this fiat mentality. And I'm going to do some fiat related things for you guys today so you can understand a little bit more if you're a little confused. Okay. I have X amount of Bitcoin now. Had it gone to $30,000 and not $6,000, I would still have X amount of Bitcoin. Had it gone down to $1,000, I would have more than X. I would have bought more. The point is that these holders of last resort, the guys with the strongest freaking hands out there, who've been in this for a long time, who've got the conviction, who've got the commitment, we don't sell, okay? We are long-term thinkers. We're not going to get peer pressured by some schmo on Twitter saying, "Oh, you're a fool because you didn't sell, because you didn't pay the IRS taxes. That's why you're a fool." God, their kids probably 19-year-old kids saying that their daddies have paid their taxes their whole darn lives. They don't know what that even means. If you sell at 20K and you have over 100 Bitcoin, how much in taxes you'd have to pay, for God's sakes. You'd have to sell even more Bitcoin to pay the darn taxes. Anyway, Craig Ship just sent me $5. Thank you, Craig Ship, in the super chat. I'm going to be at Craig's in an undisclosed location near Camp David, Maryland on July 1st. We're going to do a show together. It's going to be a great time. I always love seeing Craig Ship. All right, so that's a holder scenario there that I just went over there. Okay, 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin to us. And if you do not understand that concept by now, I mean, you're an 80%er, you never will, I guess. I mean, we care about getting more Bitcoin. We value our wealth in Bitcoin. I'm trying to get more. I don't care what it is worth on today compared to July the 4th or July the 1st when I'm with Craig or whatever, or August 22nd. Okay? I don't care what his fiat is. It's all crypto noise. And if you get caught up in that crypto noise, you're going to lose your goal of getting more Bitcoin, and you're going to lose Bitcoin. And in the end of the day, in the year 2021 or 2022, when it's time to get that Tesla finally, or it's time to get that house, or time to pay for that kid to go to private school because you live in Baltimore City for some unknown reason, you're going to be happy that you have more Bitcoin, and then you didn't cash out at any time, and you didn't have to pay those IRS taxes back then for that small amount of fiat relatively to what it's worth in the future. All right, because again, we're long-term thinkers. We're not day-to-day warriors here. So join this club. I invite you to, again, elevate yourself. Join us in the overlay. It's anyone can join. Leave the traditional way of thinking, because it's just a bunch of crypto noise, and you're going to get stuck in the land of fiat. You're going to get stuck in the world of shame and peer pressure, where you're going to end up doing something that is impulsive, because the 80% dominated world, you can opt out of that now. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. All right, this sounds like a Saturday show. Check out Saturday's show. It's linked to below, Beyond Bitcoin. This Week in Bitcoin was also awesome. We had 4 guests on. Okie dokie. What else do we have here? And every other, okay, we read that. Okay, another thing for the people in the land of fiat. Jordan Peterson says, he's got this, he basically conveys the message, we're basically one day closer to death. And that is true. He's kind of a downer in some ways, but you have to find meaning in your life, because we're getting one day closer. I don't think that way. I mean, obviously, mathematically, every day is a day closer to death. Don't think of it like that way. Yeah, find meaning. I say, for you fiat holders out there, don't think about that. We are one day closer to returning to $20,000 for all you people obsessed with the fiat price. Okay, we are on the road to $20,000. I should have a weekly show called The Road to 20K. How you weekend fiat value people can be happy. Because we have returned. Again, I was there when people were making fun of people for paying $1,100 at Mount Gox. Oh, we'll never get back to $1,100. We'll never you're such a fool. You should have sold at the top. You should have sold at the top. I've been through this before. We've returned to every all-time high. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of patience. But it's also a matter of ignoring what the heck the all-time high was, how much you paid, just getting more Bitcoin, valuing your wealth in Bitcoin, getting into this new mindset. So again, it was there before, it will return again. It's like being a fan of a sports team, being a fan of the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, they won the World Series in 1908. You knew they were going to win again. They won in 2015 again. Yeah, you had to wait a little while. 2016 again. 2015, the Royals won. I'm getting all confused now. Yes, I know the winners of the World Series since 1956. I can recite them in order. I'm a big baseball. I used to, yeah. Don't get that too, don't get into sports that much, young people, unless you're exercising your brain with statistics, which I did do, which is, I mean, it is kind of good to associate years with teams, I guess. It helped me mathematically in life. Okay, enough of that. So, oh, look at this, $5 for 1, 2, 3, no scope. Again, you guys in the super chat, keep on sending it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Holder of last resort here. Got my college roommate to buy and hold BTC. We're thinking 2030. We want to be the ones with FU money in the future. Yes, brother. Yes, brother. You've got it planned out. You watched my show yesterday, which was about FU money, because I've got the FU money and I say what the heck I please. You want to have that is true freedom. When you've got the FU money, you can go on YouTube and show your face. Your hair can be a freaking mess. You can be a sweaty dog from just going to the beach at 8 p.m. I went to the beach today, finally. I'm not a big beach guy, but I thought, I'm in Puerto Rico. I better go to the beach once. I was there for 5 minutes. I took a picture and some video. Maybe I'll show it later. All right, but no, you're right, dude. You are young, you're in college, and you are thinking, so 2028, I mean, there'll be the 2024, there'll be the 2020 having, 2024 having, 2028 having, and you're thinking 2030. You're thinking, dude, when I'm 30 years old, man, I am going to be living it up. Dude, I'll be, if you value, you can do what you want in terms of ladies at the time. I don't even get, you will have the FU money. It's awesome. And thank you for the $5 now. I know you're a college student. You gotta save, but I really appreciate it from you, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, no scope. I believe you're on the East Coast. I don't want to say what state you're in. You're north of Maryland. All right, from what I recall. You did not. Okay, so yeah. Again, so pound that like button because I did 4 shows in 24 hours recently. Check them all out. They're linked to below. I was on the World Crypto Network. I was on Yumi and BTC. I did 2 shows. That I did Saturday show. Then I'm doing this Sunday show. Dude, I am in freaking motion, dudes. All of you should be in freaking motion. Get that freaking energy. Be healthy, dudes. You got to be healthy. That's one of the things, because if you're not healthy, you'll never get the FU money. You'll be dead by that time. That's in there. No, 1, 2, 3, no scoop. I know you're staying healthy if you're a college guy. Don't drink too much. I drank a lot in college. I won't find out until, I'm 80 years old what it really did to me. Hopefully all the intermittent fasting will correct all the drinking and partying I did from college for years afterwards too. It's just, there's real life is beautiful. Drugged out life is an escape from real life. And I treasure this real life, seeing it through my eyes, unencumbered, just seeing what it really is. I mean, sure, getting alcohol high is whatever. You're talking to women, you're meeting a lot, you're doing whatever. You're valuing your wife like wealth and women too much when you're pounding that alcohol just so you can pound that like button. Well, there's pounding something else, obviously. So okay, so. Impulsive. So yeah, you didn't lose any money. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 big Bitcoin. The fiat value goes down. It doesn't matter. You didn't lose any money. See, because people again are saying on Twitter, "Oh, I've lost so much money during this downturn." How have I lost any money during this downturn? How? I have the same amount of Bitcoin I had before. In fact, I recently, sold my house, so I have more fiat. I'm wealthier than I was. I have more fiat to spend than I had before. If you want to look at it that way. But again, you value your wealth in Bitcoin. I still have the same amount of Bitcoin. If you're a Bitcoin person, you're just talking about your Bitcoin stash. No, you don't lose any money at all. You have the same amount of Bitcoin as before. All right. Impulsive versus long-term thinking. We're always going to be outnumbered. Always. Thank God we're going to be outnumbered because we're elite when you think in terms of long-term thinking. The impulsive people will always outnumber us. They're going to do silly things that make us wealthier. So Matt Odell says, what pisses me off about the critics the most is we aren't selling our Bitcoin, and there's nothing they can do about it. They can join us or be left behind. And no, they're not going to join us. They're 80%ers. Thank God they're 80%ers. Okay, they're making us elite. They're getting us wealthier. Okay, because they're giving up their Bitcoin. And smart long-term thinkers are getting their Bitcoin. There's some of them are no corners. So yeah, again, a lot of these critics or trolls, what angers them the most is we aren't selling our Bitcoin. It's like we're spitting in their faces. We're spitting in these trolls' faces by not selling our Bitcoin. Think of it that way. Think of it that way. Politely spitting, because we're not actually spitting in someone's face is kind of gross, dude. I mean, that's, you really don't want to do something. Someone's going to hit you. But this is a way to just say, dudes, come on. You could be doing the right thing here, but hey, I mean, you're impulsive. You want to get your Neo, I guess, or your No Coiner, or your Peter Schiff. I don't know. I gotta find Peter Schiff, and I gotta hang here in Puerto Rico, right, man? He's here. He's here. All right. So speaking about hanging in Puerto Rico, again, I'm in the Loaiza neighborhood, which is just south of Ocean Park. A lot of potential here, as I have said. I met up with Chris, who is a great Bitcoin guy here. And he had an idea about, how some people could form some kind of elite club where you would have to prove that you had like 10 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin. That would be your like club membership. And you would have to sign an address on your transaction. That's just great. That just shows you how awesome. Like, there are a lot of big talkers out there. Like, yeah, man, I got 10, I got 5 or whatever. Well, if you want to become part of the elite 5 Bitcoin holder club of Connecticut, you're going to have to sign an address. You're going to have to sign a transaction, show that you've got, that is your 5 Bitcoin there at that public address. I think it's a cool idea. So this lets people form elite clubs if they want to. I'm not saying to do it, but maybe it'll come in handy one day. You can go a lot of different directions with this thing. Bitcoin is beautiful. Bitcoin's got a lot of potential. I can't predict the future and all the creative things people are going to get. Make with it clubs, be in motion, come up with something like Chris did when we were just talking the other night. And yeah, I mentioned this on yesterday's show. I'm going to say it very briefly. I was wearing a Bitcoin shirt when I was walking home yesterday, and 2 women did approach me, and they were like, "Bitcoin, I like your shirt." And that was, that doesn't happen. That hasn't really happened many other places. So hey, there's some Bitcoin news from San Juan. They definitely knew what Bitcoin was. They said they loved it or something. I mean, we didn't talk very long at all. It was an in passing type of thing. All right. So Lightning Net, this is an article by Nick Bhatia. It is linked to below. Apparently, he's going to be on the World Crypto Network on Wednesday to discuss this. Lightning Network provides a framework to measure the time value of Bitcoin, a precursor for a capital market and reserve currency status. All right, Nick Bhatia will, and so again, that's his link below, the time value of Bitcoin. Check it out. And again, follow me on Twitter at TechBall. Steam it. I'm BitcoinMeister. I'm going to be in Calgary on July 9th and 10th, BitcoinRodeo.com. Then the 11th in Red Deer. Then the 12th in Edmonton. That is all linked to below. Pound that like button. And we're going to get to, I'll be in LA a little bit after that, in Philadelphia. We'll get to the Philadelphia thing in a second. All right. So Michael Crossan says, he says that he sent a picture. This tweet is linked to below of, I guess, at a oil change place. There was a sign that said, if you don't spend more than $150, they're going to charge you a credit card, a surcharge fee if you use a credit card. All right. That's bullish for Bitcoin. And cryptocurrency as a whole, because obviously credit card companies do charge the businesses surcharges, and sometimes it's not worth their while below a certain price. And now I guess certain ones are going to pass it on to the customer. Or they have been passing it on to the customers. Again, they want cash. Obviously, cash is there's no surcharge on that. But hey, Bitcoin will be something that they will find about soon enough. That I don't, hey, if you don't like the oil change people doing that, then go to another business. Give them cash. But this is a very interesting photo that was taken. So hey, cool. Thank you, Michael, for that tweet. I retweeted that, I believe, also. So yeah, I'll be in Philadelphia August 18th. Use the code BitcoinMeister45 to get a $45 discount, $45 ticket to CryptoCoinCon.com right outside of Philadelphia. Ken Bozak will also be there. Some it's going to be a good event, great event. I'm traveling from LA to Philadelphia to be there. It'll be great. I really look forward to it. These guys have been real nice to me, reaching out to me. And so that is linked to below, CryptoCoinCon.com. If you're there, I will talk to every single solitary one of you that comes up to me. We'll hang out. It'll be awesome. I love meeting real people. I love being in motion, seeing people in motion. And ask the people who've met me in person. This is what you see here is what you get in person. Definitely. This is the real thing. Definitely can't beat the real thing. What was that? I don't even remember. All right. Here, stress test. I'm not going to give the whole URL because it's a Bcash stress test day. The biggest community-driven stress test of any blockchain is going to be September the 1st, 2018. I linked to it below. It's a stress test of Bcash. Very interesting stuff. I don't hear anyone else talking about this yet. They kind of reached out to me. Again, I'm not I think this is something, Bcash always relies on these future dates and things are always pumped around these dates. So there you go, September 1st, Bcash stress test. Will that be the day it returns to 20% of the value of a Bitcoin? That's an FYI for all you dudes out there. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, dudes. There's only one Bitcoin, but hey, Bcash, you're an altcoin, do your thing. I'm mentioning you. There are some good people over there, like my main man, Lauren Gamrell, definitely. All right. Here is one by Arjun. I'm butchering it. A tweet. Again, this is all linked to below. The reason most crypto investors hype the utility hypothesis, the quote-unquote utility hypothesis, is because you can't get a 75% discount to the Bitcoin pre-sale. Ouch. Yeah, dudes, no. Your utility hypothesis, there's only one Bitcoin. Utility tokens, yeah, whatever. Talk your nonsense, that's fine. Sell your ICOs, get your 75 discounts for your pre-sales and everything. There's only one Bitcoin. Good luck with hyping up the latest buzzword, utility hypothesis. Have fun. All right, that was a good tweet. So here is an article that does not have any emotions really in it. State of Cryptocurrency, summer 2018. And it's, the guy's name is Adam. It's at Hacker Noon. I linked to it below. He's got, he gives a really good description of what's going on with Bitcoin and I guess kind of Bcash and with Ethereum. But then he veers into some other really oddities like Chia. Chia is going to become a Bitcoin competitor. Dudes, I'm only mentioning this article because I like what he said about Bitcoin and he does it in a very emotionalist way. I don't think he's encouraging anyone to invest in some of these Chia things. And then there's some that are going to be the next Ethereum that he talks about that I've never heard of either. I mean, you guys are just getting the future altcoin flavor of the months in this article too. I don't think he meant it that way. But be careful, guys. Just because you read about something called Chia doesn't mean, oh, I better get in on this thing. Obviously, it's going to get pumped if it's being mentioned and I haven't heard of it before. No, Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, and most likely Ethereum is the next Ethereum, dude. So stick with your Bitcoin, strong hand, pound that like button. Okay, the best holds were bought in bear markets. Again, disruptmeister.com. You can see all my archives there. What else? BitcoinMeister. We're almost done here. He's got a tweet of % down from all-time highs. And it shows, it's a chart that shows all your favorite altcoin flavor of the months are in there, showing the percentage they're down. Yeah, from their all-time highs. Here's a hint. It's worse than Bitcoin. Again, there's only Bitcoin is the rock. It's the winner over the long term. If you want to be impulsive, be my guest. I mean, you're gonna learn the hard way, you 80%ers. Strong hand 20%ers for life, baby. Okay, Murphy. This is by B.M. Bernstein. He actually has another name, but that's okay. Murphy's Law of Crypto. If the monetary network can be censored, it will be censored. If money supply can be increased, it will be increased. If the monetary network can be hacked, it will be hacked. If government can shut down an alternative monetary network, it will. Remember that, people. And then remember Bitcoin. Oh yeah. All right. Finally, the Bprivate ambassador has told me receive 0.005 Bprivate for each correct prediction. Join the first Bprivate faucet and tournament based on FIFA World Cup results. Okay, that's for all you Europeans that love the FIFA and the South Americans who love the World Cup. I'm cheering for Uruguay, but you can cheer for Bprivate apparently and get they have a faucet. It's a game. Whatever. It's interesting. They're trying to jump on. Hey, good for them. They're in motion. They're trying to get on this FIFA World Cup thing. And I know a lot of you guys you got a lot of passion about the Bprivate. Going back to that Murphy's Law. Remember Interstellar? They talk about Murphy's Law. And I just started thinking about Jessica Chastain. And that is a good-looking woman. That is a good-looking woman. She's getting close to like 40 now. I think she might be 40. I like that red hair. I really do like that. And again, don't value your wealth in women, but I just heard that Murphy's Law, and then I like the movie Interstellar too. I really do like it. But I think that's just a personal note from Adam Meister. I think Jessica Chastain, at her height at least, maybe she's deteriorated a little bit. I don't know. I think she's a very attractive woman. My God. All right, so that's your personal note of the night. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin. Don't value your wealth in women, though. I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the notes section below. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. See you in the chat.